Hey guys, it's Britt, and today I want to do an overall series review of The Monsters of Verity by Victoria Schwab. And man, I love this duology. I want to say before I get too into this, I am going to assume that you have already read both books, so this will spoil the entire ending for you, just so if you haven't finished, just be aware of that. Maybe you want to save this video for later. But anyway, okay. So this Savage song, I thought overall the world building was fantastic. I also apologize because the sun has gone behind a cloud right now, so you know. This Savage song, uh, great world building, fantastic characters. August, just of course, he's a Sunai and he wants to be human. I loved that there were monsters in this, but it wasn't a scary story. It wasn't like a horror novel. It was a young adult novel. Um, uh, though our Dark Duet does kind of shy away from that a little bit. So I thought that the character progression was really natural. Um, I felt that this Savage song focused more on Kate as a whole. And by the way, guys, I'm going to link my written reviews for each of these down below. And yeah. So, Kate's character development throughout this Savage song was fantastic. And I really loved Kate. And I loved August as well, which is why the ending hurt so much. Initially, when I went into our Dark Duet, I was fully prepared for one. I didn't expect Ilsa to live, and she didn't. And I also did not expect August to live. And so throughout the whole reading experience of our Dark Duet, I was fully prepared for August to die. I wasn't prepared for Kate to be the one that didn't make it out. And the biggest struggle that I've had with the series as a whole is the ending. I said I liked that Victoria left everything so open, because in real life you're never gonna get a conclusion that's wrapped up with a nice little bow on it. But coming at this from a storytelling perspective, the ending of the series overall was a big letdown for me. And maybe it was because I was preparing myself for August to die instead of Kate. But I just... Usually when there is a character death, that character death means that the death has some meaning to it. They don't need that character anymore, or there's just a problem, so you gotta kill them off. And in war, there are casualties, unexpected casualties, and I know that Victoria really struggled writing our Dark Duet, but I just thought that the deaths came out of nowhere, and they seemingly had very little purpose besides the fact that, well, this is war. Gotta kill off some main characters, and I'm not so upset about Ilsa because I knew going into our Dark Duet that Ilsa was gonna go. There was a lot left open-ended, and I don't think that this is the last we will see in the Monsters of Verity series. I expect at least a novella out of this, just because she left so much open, and like, what happens to the little Prosperity gang? What happens to them? Do they know about Kate? We don't know, but overall, as a whole, I love this, and I said that Kate had really great character development over the course of the Savage Song. I felt like our Dark Duet really worked to develop August more as a character, and I really liked that that Leo made an appearance within August, whether Leo's soul was actually within August or not. I really liked that dynamic. While it's not new, it's something that we've seen before, I felt like it was really important for August's character to have that element in it. And I was talking to my friend Jordan about this yesterday, and Jordan and I we have two different ideas about this. Jordan very well could be correct in this, and that's fine. But just to give you a different perspective from my own, Jordan thinks that instead of Leo actually being within August, that it's August's coping mechanism, and it's just some really, really extreme PTSD. And she said what really solidified that conclusion for her was I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What really solidified that conclusion for her was Kate's voice coming into August's head. And I agree with her that that could be it, but here's my take on it. I think that Leo's soul was within August. Maybe that's too obvious to be it, but let me know what you guys think. I think that they were both inside him, and Jordan makes a very good, had a very good point. She brought up, well, if everybody else that August has reaped is within him, then why don't they speak? And my counter to that was, well, August doesn't have a connection to any of the other people he reaped. It was just a job, and it could be either way, and I really wouldn't be upset. I liked that Colin was in both books in some way. I was really, really hoping that Colin would be part of our Dark Duet, because when August was attending school, Colin was the first friend that August made, and of course he was going by Freddie. And when Colin first sees August again, he says, "Oh, hey, Freddy," and August just looks at him and goes, "That's not my name." And he goes, "Oh." And I don't know, I thought that was a great interaction. And Colin, wasn't even really all that bothered by it. He just immediately said, "Well, do you want to come and hang out with us? We're going to hang out, play cards and stuff." And August, being, he took Leo's place in the task force, essentially, and he said, I really can't. And Colin, I don't know, Colin was just funny to me. I really liked Colin. He's one of my favorite side characters that I've ever encountered in a story. I don't know why. I really like the kid. And I really liked that that Henry believed in August so much, and that Henry honestly thinks of the Sunai as children. Him and his wife Emily really, really love each other, and they love their children. And of course, if you've read, you know that the Sunai aren't their children, but they've taken them in, and they treat them as family. There's this really great family dynamic, and I think August actually really believes in that family dynamic, as does Ilsa. They call each other brother and sister. Leo is a little different. I thought that maybe Leo was more using the term brother as kind of like a power play, like a manipulative type of thing. And then, once again, Jordan said, well, I think that he uses brother because they're all Sunai. So in that way, they have that connection. And I agree with her on that. I agree with her 100% on that. That was something that I hadn't thought about until she brought it up. So man, if there's never going to be a perfect series, but man, right up until the ending, I was sold on this series. I'm still not quite sure where I stand on the ending and how open it was. I kind of flipped back and forth, but overall, I am so glad that I read this. And it's a duology, so you're only going through 2 books. And I'm sad that it's over, because I love the world. I love the monsters. I love just Verity, and we got to see a little bit of prosperity and just monsters being created from humanity. That is freaking awesome. Like, the Sunai are created from mass shootings, and there's tragedy, and tragedy creates a reaper, essentially a grim reaper. That's how I looked at the Sunai. You've got the Malachi, who are very vampiric, and I mean, I just read Dracula this month, so I'm starting to understand a bit more of the lore and the whole. A lot more things make more sense that she was pulling from. Now that I've read Dracula and I understand more of the vampire lore, I'm so happy. Even though I'm not completely satisfied with the ending, and that I'm really upset that Kate died in the end, I will read this series again and again and again. I mean, it's no Raven cycle, but I found Victoria's writing so beautiful, and it could be another Will Patton situation, possibly, because I read the audiobooks for the series. I have both the physical and the audiobook and the Kindle editions, but man, I really love this, and those are my overall thoughts. If you guys have read this, let me know. And until next time, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.